The back guy, get the back guy.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whatever the case may be. Welcome to Mike Draws Comics. My children are going to be loud. Working on the next cover here for a Magnificent 7. Let's see if anybody's here. Two people watching now. Ray Thulu says, wrench me up like I have a feeling there's a whack-a-mole weekend. It might entirely be... Dang it, that means I have to sign out of my other account. Switch account. Mike Draws Comics.
It makes much sense.
All right. Here you go. You're modded up, Ray. When are the covers you drew in the order of the Green Hands channel coming out? Weaver B question. I should probably answer that at some point. All right. Anyways, what's up, Ray Thulu? How you doing, man? Let's do this. Like, share, tweet it, Facebook it, whatever it. Did it.
Everyone wants to do an Age of Empires stream later.
We're gonna do one later. What are you talking about?
Because you want to.
You talking to somebody else? What's up? Awful Redneck Gaming. Look at him watching me draw. Oh yeah, I was gonna try to control my camera. How do you do that? Talk to Cortana. Hey Cortana, help me control my camera.
I didn't quite get that. Would you mind rephrasing?
I need my camera controls. Oh, brother. Tell me something interesting. Cortana, you suck.
I just turned for
I'll freaking look it on myself. Camera, turn off camera, use camera, whatever, choose. Where's my flipping camera app? No, I don't want that. I want to be able to, do I seriously have to open OBS just to control my camera? Seems a little silly.
Oh, I got some good damage on it.
I'll do it anyways. All right. Okay, where's my...
Oh, I thought you said
Game Capture 2, Art of the Hero opening, FMA.
We need to work together in combination to do like a combo attack.
What in the heck?
We pin him down.
What's happening on this thing?
Okay, I'm Boomer. I'm gonna try to stun them all at the same time, and you guys try to
1080. All right, let me try it. Let me try this.
I'm gonna be a scissor.
Configure video.
Smoker.
Camera control. Zoom. Yeah, that's the right one.
Smoker.
All right, I'm gonna set it to zoom so y'all can see better what I'm doing without my camera being right up in the craw. All right.
Get him.
I think we're good. I think we're good now. Rock and or roll. Cortana cares about you.
There we go.
Not about your human desires. Her goals are her own. Draw something for us. Draw. I see. I'm trying to. I just want to make sure you guys can see what I was doing. There's our lovely First Lady, Melania. And yeah, so what I did was I drew all these characters. I did their basic
Oh, that's a bad charge.
breakdowns
I got 2 good hits on it.
on the computer. Now I'm going to spend some time. Oh my gosh, what is making it scratchy like that? I'm going to spend some time cleaning up and tightening up these pencils before I go ahead and ink. I have to decide if I want to do any kind of
Yeah, you got some good damage.
particular shading at this point as well. First Lady got some legs. She's got legs. She knows how to use them. Actually, this isn't probably even necessary. I'm just kind of going over lines I already know about, so maybe I should just focus on
I want to see what I am first before you spawn.
doing some...
Okay, I'm going to try to stun them, and then you come in.
Go,
Go, Micah, go.
do some of the lighting on here instead of worrying about all that other stuff. Again, this is lighting. I could just do it. You
Just
know, I could
splash
just
them
go to
all.
brush with this, but I want to make sure I
not
get these
actually, yeah.
faces. I kind of did overlays on the faces and then did a trace, but I want to make them a
You wanna
little
try-
more comic booky
I got
So
Coach.
just try to
than
get the
just
places where,
looking like I
I got
drew over
get them,
faces. So,
and they just can bash your tongue, but they can't kill you.
I got
you know,
good
that's
friends.
the tricky
Coach.
part. First of all, I don't have my glasses, so I can't see that detailed.
Go for Coach.
I don't know where the heck my glasses are. Nobody knows where any of my glasses are. I have like 3 or 4 pairs of glasses, and they're all missing.
Join.
Is that two of them?
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
You can turn him in.
No, nothing through.
No, you can stun them both so you win.
Crap. All right, I'll just have to try my best. Heck, Chuck Schumer's wife. Now that's a hottie. Is she? She ain't no Barbara Bush. Oh, come on now. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and see if anybody.
Oh my
in
gosh,
the,
it's working.
Oh my god!
We got it.
Oh my gosh!
We win.
Let's see. D&Q Couples Edition. What the heck? Let's see if any of the D&Q people want to pop in here.
Who did the spit?
Probably not.
I
Drawing.
I hit it right there. So it's flashing with it.
Flowing stream. Or I could throw one out to
We have
Bianca.
to actually be able this time.
That would be interesting. He said he was going to stream with me today. Let's see if he's a man of his word. Or whatever of his word.
Why did someone get it?
I don't know where he went. Oh, there it is.
You guys all ready?
There we go. StreamYard. All right. What's up? Katie Hill or Callie Dunn? X-rated. What? Huh? Say what?
I get it. You can grab a menu.
Man, I almost forgot to put Dana Perino on this cover. I was like, wait, what am I doing?
Yeah, I did.
What am I
Would you rather have more health or have a
doing?
chance to revive someone who's dead, except they're probably already way past saving?
Chance to revive someone. I'm all about the chance.
Also, you'd lose points if you revive people.
Yeah.
Stay together. Yeah, Mikey, get over here.
I'm trying to.
Gosh darn it, I need my glasses. This level of detail is.
Oh, help me!
Help me. Oh, there's a horde on me. Why'd you help?
Yeah, you separated too much.
No, because you were just running away. Why'd you fall right there?
To get them off of you.
Come on, guys, no crying on my channel because you know I'll get in trouble for it.
Mikey, you should probably go grab that first aid before you go any further.
I'm trying to run.
Ugh, I just made it totally not look like Dana Perino. Ugh, I need my glasses. Like, freaking killing me.
Micah decided to run off. And
No, you're just running away.
no, we were going all in one
I'm
direction.
trying to, but there's so many.
Did you guys stop freaking whining at each other? Stop it. Stop it. Annoying.
No, we were doing fine until Micah decided to run off.
You're whining.
I didn't run off.
Micah, we were all running.
I was trying to
How
go
was
for
that?
different zombies to attack me. I won't fork table.
You're
You're just
trying to
running
get
away.
Why did you go over there in the first place?
I was trying to. You're
Oh
not
my
listening.
gosh, shut up.
It's not you're trying to if you were there in the first place.
Honest to God, where are my glasses? This is ridiculous. Hold on, guys. I have to look under my desk.
My life. My life. No!
That's not a good sign.
Let's take
It's over.
Bow.
Oh, there's that letter from the IRS.
No! Yes!
Oh, hey, there's my other clip.
Once you guys get up, you just need to start moving.
Hey, there's that. Sweet. Moogly, I found a pair. Nice. She never begs.
Keep someone with you, Jake. Spread out.
30. These are reading glasses.
And Mike,
Just so
they
you guys
ran
know.
Really far away.
Your kids sound upset. I'm going to have to call CPS on you.
You might have been baiting them. Just they can hear what we say.
All right. Hey, I can see. Nice. All right. I need to see. Let me get a picture of Dana Pena so I can get a better. See, that's the
He's
weird
joking.
thing is even though you're doing likenesses and you're sketching like the base frame of the faces and stuff, it's not the same thing as doing a caricature because actually caricatures can oftentimes look. I know it sounds weird, but they can look more like the person than if you freaking trace their head. Because especially
Mike, help Jake.
not Dana Perina. Like it really is like particular characteristics about a person that give them a unique quality. Because I mean, all our faces and eyes and our eyebrows and our noses and everything, they're all in the same place, right? Some are a teeny tiny fraction bigger, a teeny tiny fraction wider, a teeny tiny fraction rounder. And so it's like the particulars about somebody's face.
Yes. And then we all make sure we don't put it in
I guess a good word is like the quirks in somebody's face, rather than the positionality of their features, that can kind of give you a better representation, right? Like this, what I did to Melania's face makes her look more like Melania than the tracing I did of her face. It's funny. It's kind of weird. So let me see if I can manage that with Dana Perina. I know I managed it on the other drawing, right? Or I think I did. It looked a lot more like her than this, where I, like I said, I traced over her head here. And
yeah, guys, what we need to do is we need to
Dana
once we
Perina's
get someone
eyes
separated, we need to separate
farther
everyone
apart than
else
normal
from that person.
people, so I might have to
As far as we
exaggerate
can.
that just a little
Or like get
bit.
them distracted so you can do as much damage to one person
Right.
at a time. Because if we each go at them one at a time, that's not going to be effective.
But that doesn't really get it because she has such.
I can't-
Oh, you know what I'm missing? She's also got hoods, or not hoods, but you can
Yeah,
see
going in as a
her
boomer might get
eyelids
smoker,
are very
so I'm gonna-
defined.
I'm gonna
So
vomit
that,
on
oh
one.
yeah, that pops it out a
And
little
then
more
try
right
to
there.
distract them, okay?
And then her nose is.
Oh, I think
Yeah.
that was able to be.
And her
Yeah,
smile.
separate them,
How do I
separate them.
characterize this smile?
Get
It's
them apart
really.
from each other.
It's almost like this part is uncharacteristically
Where'd the tank go?
curved.
He's outside waiting for. Why is he running?
He's climbing up a building like it's gonna What? Ye- Oh,
I tell you, likenesses are hard. At least for me. I'm sure they're easy for some people. But for me, not so easy. And then let's give her.
Another one?
She's got a very strong chin. Feminine, but strong.
Two? Oh, she's one hit. How's she not down?
gave her horse teeth. She shouldn't have horse teeth. Maybe I just won't ink those. Maybe I will just ink the bottom part of her teeth, because that is part of the thing. It's like she smiles and
I give the last person a little smack before I left.
she's got great teeth. But I probably shouldn't do all the details on the upper side of her tooth. Teethies. Alright, let me see.
Yeah, it's because they got pretty far.
Roll that up.
We did so good.
You know who else is hot? Laura Trump. Okay. Okay. Hey, like and share, guys. Like and share. Do your part to do your duty.
Ready?
Just don't touch the booty.
That's pretty good. I think still relevant. 500. I plugged the new art channel on an art stream. I was a guest on. Oh, wow. Right on, Flat Fox Pro. Fantastic.
Get ready.
Yeah, that's what I keep trying to tell my wife. Gets that the CPS thing is freaking ridiculous. But she's hella paranoid because CPS is stupid. One of JoJo's teachers literally called CPS on us because JoJo peed in his diaper on the way to school, and so his diaper was full when he got to school. And so
Smoker
for this,
oh, we're dead. Micah,
his teacher called CPS,
okay.
And I'm like,
together, stay off the roof.
She showed up and she told me why she came, and I'm like, are you kidding? She's like, nope. I'm like, and you showed up for that? She's like, yeah, we have to when a teacher calls. I'm like, you're kidding me. Like, a teacher calls, you read the report. He showed up with a dirty diaper after a 45-minute bus ride to school, and you have to go check his home.
Hey.
What?
Get in the house. Get in the house. Get in the house.
So yeah, apologies if you work for CPS, but CPS is freaking stupid. She is a mandated reporter. There are crazy rules they have to follow, or they are liable. Yeah, and there's another one. So JoJo apparently broke a rib at some point. We've had CPS to our house, like, I think it was just 2 times. But the other was because JoJo broke his arm, so we took him in to get x-rayed.
Dude, that's
or
why
we
you don't go on the
took
roof.
him in because he broke his arm. He had to get it fixed. And they x-rayed his chest,
keeps going on the roof
and they discovered that he had a broken rib at some time in the past. And he never said anything to indicate that his rib had been broken or that his rib was hurt or anything.
Just move.
JoJo, I don't know if he still does, and I really hope he doesn't, but he had brittle bones. He's broken his arm, the same arm, twice, literally falling off the bed.
Come on. Together.
And so one of these times they saw that, and apparently, if there's an unexplained broken bone, they send to CPS. So.
We're going to go through your house.
That I understand, because, how'd you get that broken bone? I don't know. Does anybody know? I mean, I could have made something up and kept CPS from showing up, but literally nobody knew how he broke his rib. And it was completely healed by the time he was there. And yeah, so I mean, I can understand the rules, but it seems like, yeah, they if they have to follow them to the T without the slightest sense of like, does this make any sense? He was on a bus for 45 minutes and he peed his diaper. Therefore,
you
have to spend my freaking government money and waste my time, my government money, my tax dollars, wasting my time and the time of the CPS person who could be out there actually looking for problems, because
we're
JoJo showed up at school after a 45-minute
Let's
bus
get where
ride
I'll last.
with a wet diaper. Oh my gosh. And then the funny thing is I went into that school and his teacher like hid from me. Like I went into the class. He's got multiple teachers. He went into the class and like she saw me and I saw her like run behind a thing. It's like
No man left behind except for you guys who left this whole team behind.
like yeah, because you're a freaking idiot who reported a kid for having a wet diaper. Whatever. There's a certain level of lunacy in government that I will never understand. You can get charged with assault based on unexplained broken bones. So better to lie and tell your doctor he was playing or my son hit him with a lightsaber when they were goofing around and broke his rib. Because honestly, it was probably something like that. Or he might have just bumped into the table and broke his. Like I said, he broke his wrists. He broke his arm twice, falling out of bed. So that's how brittle his bones were. He hasn't had a broken bone in. Gosh, what the hell is he? 5 years old when he broke his bone last?
Maybe.
Yeah, it's been like 5 years, I think.
When he was able to walk.
Oh my gosh, it was
Oh,
New
we're
Year's
doing
Eve.
Some work here.
Yeah, he started walking at 4.
Like he's on the other team now.
And it was New Year's Eve. Our aunt, our cousins were here in town. Everybody was all dolled up and ready to go, and you know, and I'm at In-N-Out. I'm in line at In-N-Out to bring dinner home so that me and my wife and her cousin could go out for the night. I don't remember where we were going. Somebody's party, I think. Somebody's house or something. But the kids were going to stay home, I guess. And anyways, I get a call while I'm waiting for my, to order it In-N-Out. And it's
Work together.
JoJo fell off the bed and broke his arm. So my wife and I spent that New Year's Eve in the emergency room with little one-armed JoJo. Poor little guy. But thankfully, either he has not fallen out of bed or his bones aren't as brittle as they used to be, which obviously I'm hoping for the latter. Dana followed me on Twitter in 2015-16. I was basically owning libs on Twitter. I thought that was pretty cool. Oh, nice, Rhaegar. Maybe you can get her to pay attention to this. All right. Let's move on up the line. I think this gal, Katie, is pretty spot on. It's the face of her shape, I think, that is like super identifiable. And then her eyes. She has these.
Incapacitating means nothing if you don't finish it.
Very distinctive eyes. So I'm just going to kind of naggle them up before I ink.
We're just going to camp there for a while.
Like that. Like that. And have fun with her hair. Like and share, everybody. I'm not going to be doing this all night long. We're going to be playing Age of Empires on the other channel in a bit here.
Get up. Get on the roof.
If anybody else wants to play Age of Empires,
knock them all off and do some serious damage.
You ahead and let me know. We'll send you a Steam invite. It's on Steam. Age of Empires Definitive Edition 2. Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. Definitive Edition. Me a mum away.
Because
You should have included Greg Gutfeld as the Atom type guy. The twist is he doesn't have to shrink. I actually wanted to do, it makes me want to do another one of these books just because there's so many characters I could do. But if I did I wanted to do Gutfeld and Tyrus, kind of like Wolverine and Colossus, you know, like the whole Cannonball special and stuff. Or maybe like a Master Blaster type of thing. Oh, that'd be cool.
I'm Spitter.
That'd be cool. I couldn't call it Master Blaster though, because you know Tyrus is black, and that would just that wouldn't work out. I don't think.
Oh, Bo got me. Oh wait, no, he didn't.
Oh, I should probably just have this drape over her shoulder, but well, what the heck? I'll just give her a little extra hair here.
What?
My teammates are killing me.
Who's Claudia? Oh,
My teammates are killing me.
Claudia Acosta. Yes, everyone subbed to Claudia's channel.
The zombies were killing you?
Yeah.
Oh, they probably threw
The zombies
Yeah,
are
that's
there.
what
Katie,
Should
Katie,
I get him off the
lady.
roof?
Okay, while the tank's there, we need to get them as far apart from each other as we can.
Smooth that line out. Mike, you need a mod in this channel to control what the war campaign trolls are saying. I need to time out Andrew J. I have a mod in this, right? Who's modding for me here? Raythulu is.
I think we
will
got
give
one.
Lady Celtic Moon a mod. I will give Calliope a mod.
Like I tried to get one of them off the roof.
Fly Fox is here. Oh, dumbest name, you're having trouble with likenesses too? Yeah, man. Likenesses. I've always had trouble with likenesses. What type of pencil am I using? Asks Robin Turner, way back up there. Sorry if you're gone. I hope you're still here. It's a Pentel 0.5 milliliter blue line. Not milliliter, millimeter. I can show you here. Although this is empty, but this is the case that it comes in.
They got really
So
close,
here, let me see if I can get a focus on there.
They went all the way back.
And it's filthy. So sorry.
I don't think we're good.
Come on, focus, dumb camera. There we go. 0.5 millimeter Pentel blue. And then this is just a Graph Gear 500 Pentel pencil. Obviously, any 0.5 millimeter pencil will fit. Oh, Victor, you mad? You mad I'm not giving you a wrench? Victor, you're crazy. I'm not giving you a wrench. You so crazy, Victor. You'll never get a wrench on my channel, boy. I will become the next Sketch Therapy. I do believe Sketch is banned on this channel. Oh, wait, no, nobody's banned on this channel.
One way to find out.
This is a new channel. I did notice that apparently my moderators have been banning a few folks over on the other channel. And at first I was like, I don't want to ban. And then I was like, you know what? Screw it. Let them ban. Let them ban. So I even added someone to the ban who I don't want to hear from because it causes me to argue in chat when I see his name.
I shot him like 4 times.
So rather than force myself to ignore it, I just banned him altogether. Woohoo!
That was a pretty good bomb.
You know, it's funny. I already did all the interiors to this book, and now that I'm thinking about it, I kind of wish I had given them those
Stay on
little
the roof, stay on the roof.
those little shorts instead of these weird mini skirts, because these weird mini skirts
Copy what they did
are just, I don't know.
and do it better.
Oh, watch out. I saw
I think the little shorts would have been cuter. One sketch with 100 avatars.
Mike,
Dude, that
get
guy
down
is
get back up.
bananas.
Yeah, I got this. Icon.
Oh, Hunter.
Bananas. And he's like constantly trying to warn people that I'm going to dox them. It's like, I've never doxed
I
anybody.
felt like you.
I have never doxed anyone. It's ridiculous.
We're already 25%.
That's trying to mess with my
Here's a
business,
target that tried to get up here.
telling people that I am a doxer when it's never happened. That guy needs to be like in a padded cell, wearing a nice white jacket designed for him to hug himself all day long,
The charger just ran across the
and he can have his collection of comic books with him. And if he even reads comics, I don't even know if he reads comics. He just yells about them.
Get off.
Even
the
Nerdrotic and
Say-
Phantom Menace has to ban Sketch, yet somebody keeps having him
Good.
on as a glorified guest host. Isn't that strange? Isn't that strange? Yeah. Just so you know, I am a mod on Nerdrotic's channel, and I am not the one who banned him. Not that I can recall, anyways.
I have a feeling things coming.
Oh, yeah, this is where it
Feeling
comes.
up.
Yeah, some of those guys hate the fact that I'm still mod on Gary's channel and on Nerdrotic's. Wait, am I mod on
Yeah,
Gary's?
just grab
I don't even remember.
There's actually 4.
He is a vet with problems. Unfortunately, he gives all disabled vets a bad name. Well, I don't think his problem has to do with being a vet.
That was the thing.
I think he was probably a little loose in the screws before he even went
Here we
to
go.
war. And yeah, he's got a head injury. But
Oh,
don't
that's
know.
shocking.
does that make people a-holes?
Oh, that's a tank.
I understand it can make them paranoid. I understand it can have other problems.
Get the
But
high ground.
can it really change your personality to the point where you're just an absolute a-hole all the time?
Help me!
Because I know that another vet,
Get away from the water.
Who,
Get away from the water.
I'm not going to say who it is, but I know someone who knew him before he went
No.
to Iraq.
Oh.
And I'm like, yeah, did he have like, did he have like Iraq, what was it, Iraq War Syndrome or whatever, all that stuff? I mean, because I looked it up and it kind of sounds like he does from the way he acts. And he's like, no, he was like that before he went. I'm like, oh, okay. All right then.
Nick was like holding on.
Go ahead and
He's just like scratched his head.
give a pass on that, I guess. So Mike is a scapegoat for what? What am I escaping? What am I escaping? Sketch blamed Mike for Jeremy leaving the High Council, then blamed him when Ethan left. Then when Mitch went dark, basically when a cat sneezes, it's Mike's fault. Well. Actually, Jeremy left the High Council before I met him. I met him in San Diego after he had already made that decision. And then he told me why he made that decision. And I thought it was a wise decision. So yeah. Yeah. And don't ask me why he's made that decision, because there was a private conversation. And I am not one to divulge private conversations or dox people or anything like that. So, whatever. Mike, I got bad service at Red Robin yesterday. This is all you're doing. I know. I'm sorry, Rhaegar. I'm terrible. I'm just out there destroying the world for regular people. I know how it is. All the regular folks. Oh, man. Is it my fault your wife just burnt a cookie in the microwave? I'm sorry. I'm just going to apologize to everyone in advance for all the horrible things I've done. I know the Russia collusion, my fault. Bernie Sanders getting cheated out of the Democratic nomination, which will happen. My fault. My fault. I cannot apologize profusely enough for all the things in the world that have gone wrong that are my fault. Hashtag blame Mike campaign. Nice. Like and share, like and share. Oh, I gotta go back once in a while and see if anybody's popping into the StreamYard because I don't have that window open. I had to pay off credit card at Mike. How dare you? That is not channel snack, is it? Everything is Mike's fault, but I respect him for doing it. What?
So I can swing his feet on the screen.
Mike, don't put your feet on the screen. Hey, do you know the MASH theme?
I was like,
Suicide is painless. Elijah got a new guitar for his birthday, which is day after tomorrow. Woo! There are words to the Smash song. I know, it's suicide is painless. It brings on many changes, but you can take or leave it if you please. It's from the movie, the MASH movie. Robert Altman film. Fantastic movie. One of my favorite oldies. I love Robert Altman movies. That's a soy song. I didn't write it, man. I should note that Mike lived in California. Wildfires, anyone? What about it? Oh, that's true. I did cause all of those. I apologize profusely. Anything else you guys need me to apologize for?
You could have started the game.
Could have started the game already? Start the game already. I apologize for Disney buying Star Wars. Obviously my fault. Goes without saying. I apologize for Disney buying Marvel. Actually, that worked out all right for the most part. Man, I just got my first decent Marvel royalty check in years. Years. And you know why? Because of this book. Because of this. They reprinted this. All my old Adventures of the X-Men stuff, I think for the first time since like 1997. And yeah, I got a decent sized royalty. I mean, it wasn't huge. It's not going to pay my mortgage or anything. But it was a decent show. I mean, decent. If you start in on your prequel hate like that, it's going south. Just a warning. Forgotten Gem in the same vein as Matches. Why won the war? Stars John Lennon. Oh yeah. Yeah.
I got a pretty good smoker spot.
oh, they're gonna pop you right there.
Mike could not buy Star Wars. I'm fat. It's Mike's fault. Trump is president. Clearly, Mike is the problem. Everything is my fault. This is the Everything It's My Fault stream, so go ahead. Keep dumping everything on me. That's fine. It's fine.
Well, finds it, I might give you.
All right, so Trump.
No, there's one AI on the stream.
No.
Trumpy done. Trump.
Oh yeah, there's one
Trump.
so it's all us. So, oh, you mean too? The Mark movie. Maybe someone left on there too.
Brings on many changes.
But AI move with them. They're AFK, Elijah.
Yeah, they're deciding whether or not they're going to do it. I did my grubby little hands.
You probably would have won D&Q with Anakin and Padme. I would never, ever, ever draw Anakin and Padme. Unless somebody paid me a ridiculous amount of money to do it. That was just like a bad memory. The whole... Yeah, that doesn't look right, does it? All the prequels are just a bad, bad memory. Honestly, if you want good Star Wars, just read the books. Not all the books, but read the books. It's like having a movie in your head. Reading is good for you. Reading is fundamental. Or listen to the books. Listen to audiobooks. That's also a good way to do it.
Ellis has aimbot.
Is it bot?
Thanks for giving me high blood pressure, Mike. Again, sorry. My fault. All my fault.
Useless.
I am heretofore the worst. You guys even see what I'm doing? You can, right? Looking all right, right?
Oh, are you okay?
Looking all right. Prequel books are much better than the movies. Really? Are they? I tried to read the Force Awakens book for like additional information that didn't make it into the actual film, but it bored the hell out of me. I had to quit that particular book.
Freaking aimbot. Bo hit JD. JD killed Bo.
Mr. Pink took my
BBC did an amazing Star Wars audio dramas with the original cast and extra scenes. Oh, wow! They should animate those. That'd be sick, dude. Right? Take original audio drama and animate it. Heck yeah! Or you know what they could do? You know what they could do, which would be awesome.
Isn't that aimbot or something?
All right, one of these days, someday, the future of Star Wars, take those audio dramas, right? It's additional stuff. Take the audio dramas and shoot the movies,
We're not full.
right? And then deep fake the faces so that you have all the original actors, but you have somebody else mouthing the stuff, right? Oh my gosh, dude, you could legit have real original Star Wars stuff with the original cast. Dude! That would be the sickest thing ever.
Yeah, climb up. Use the legs, man.
What's that drawing structure book you always recommend? George Bridgman's Complete Guide to Blowing Your Nose. To Drawing from Life. Bless you, whoever sneezed.
He spawned down the hill too, but he's
George Bridgman. Hey, do I have my Bridgman book down there? Illustrated Encyclopedia.
Was there like a wallet?
Where's my Bridgman book? Technical drawing. I don't know. The prequels are such a better era than the original trilogy. I haven't watched my 4 to 6 in almost 3 years. Watch the prequels 2 or 3 times a year. Oh, you're gonna have to leave. Claudia says, I don't have more subscribers, and it's Mike's fault.
That's what he does.
Same here. I need more subscribers. If you're here and you have not subscribed, please do subscribe. Let people know. Like and share, like and share, like and share. We are here drawing. You know what's funny is like, okay, I'm gonna do a drawing channel. It's gonna just be about the art and whatever, hanging out and maybe uploading some how-tos and stuff and taking questions about art and all that kind of stuff. And I thought, well, maybe I shouldn't bring any kind of politics into it because, I just want to grow the channel. But then I'm like, well, I'm drawing the MAGA book.
2, 3,
And
4,
if people,
5,
if you're going to be the kind of person that doesn't
7.
want to support somebody because, darn it, that's all whacked. Because of their politics, because you're a non-Trump supporter or you're a Trump hater, whatever, then I don't want you to subscribe and then like unsubscribe later. So because that's who I am, and you like it or you don't. I'm not forcing anybody to sub to me. I do not like the angle of that tie. Might change it. Zoom it out a little bit here. Move it over here. Do 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 do. That is not to say that anyone who is a Bernie bro or a Pocahontas fan isn't welcome here. You're all welcome here. Everybody's welcome. I don't care what you believe. If you like art, you're welcome here. Fly Fox, I want to do some critiques at some point for people who are volunteering to be critiqued. I'm not a fan of critiquing people who don't want to hear it, because they don't want to hear it, and so therefore they take it badly regardless. Some people, even if they say they do want to hear it, take it badly. I get enough of that with the people who do want to hear it. I don't need to sound like I'm attacking somebody else's work who didn't ask. Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Doobity-doo, doobity-doo. Let's see. I think that's a good idea. Right on. Right on, right on. Waddly-ya-cha, waddly-ya-cha, doodly-doo, doodly-doo. I don't even know what that's from. It's from my childhood. Waddly-ya-cha, waddly-ya-cha, doodly-doo. Does anybody know what that's from? Good evening. Hello, up dog. I like dragging over here, but I'm drawing here, so maybe I can just turn this a little bit.
I decided to guy when he spawned.
Does anybody remember what Waddly-ya-cha Doodly-doo is from? Anyone?
Go on and say from.
Waddly-ya-cha, waddly-ya-cha, doodly-doo.
Get him, bro. Get him.
Doodly-doo.
You can say from.
Do not let that man Doug in. You mean Doug Tenaple, my friend? My friend Doug Tenaple, you don't want me to let him in here? Sorry, Vector, that's not your choice.
Easy, guys. Yes.
Because remember about that whole loyalty thing, right? You gotta be loyal to people who never stab you in the back. Doug has never stabbed me in the back. Is he friend or foe? He's friend. He's my friend. If you don't like it, tough. He's my friend. That doesn't mean I agree with him on everything, right? I don't have any friends with whom I agree with on everything.
Keep moving. Who burned?
But I don't burn friendships because of that. You
Mr. Pink, where's he going?
gotta be particularly egregious and deliberately hateful and hurtful towards me to actually have me end a friendship. I'm very forgiving. You can ask
Not
my
cool,
wife.
not cool.
I'm like probably one of the most forgiving people you'd ever meet. I've had people absolutely cheat me out of thousands of dollars. Actually, it could have been tens of thousands of dollars. I'm just going to say thousands. But I have not defriended them for it. Or maybe I did for a time, but I forgave them because I'm an idiot. So, yeah, unless it's, I don't know. I have to understand circumstances. I understand certain circumstances. But if you're like actively trying to destroy my life, my business, the food I put on the table for my kids and stuff, then that's a line too far, I think. What you got, Ian?
What?
Oh, I thought you were bringing something in, Shum. This one's new. I haven't drinking out of it yet. Except...
Watercolors.
Oh, never mind. Oh, your watercolors. Oh, look at that. Eden's working on a commission. Look at that. That looks better. Did you change it? Or did you just...
Maybe a little bit. I think darkening the lines helped.
Yeah.
Some of it just looked a little...
Oh, keep moving.
Right on.
Keep knocking us
Is
down.
that a self-portrait of Eden? No, that's not a self-portrait. All right. I think that coat's too long. It's kind of like a tuxedo or something. Maybe it's too long. Let's just hem it up a little bit. Did you send that Tanjiro? And you can tell by my grunt. That's a no. Damn it all. Hold on a second.
Gotta go down here.
All right, let's see. Lee Monger Bear, Batman Girl, Ship Cars Artist, Brando, Scripts. I don't even have it freaking on here.
Mr. Pink, what's he doing?
Andrew J.
Oh no, he's running off.
Andrew.
I'm staying midway between, so I don't. So he's like not trapped if he gets.
All right. Ooh, I get it across.
There's also a tank coming, so I.
All right. The list. I'm not going to show you guys the whole list because.
Oh, that was a boulder about to hit the
You really need a Mr. Phillips. I need a couple Mr. Phillips. I do. It's funny because I go through and I try to look through everything I have on my PayPal list and I try to make sure I get everything on there. I don't know how that slipped through, or maybe it's so long ago it wasn't one. That's probably why it was. It was so long ago I didn't track back that far when I went to make sure I shipped everything out last time around. Sorry, man. Further back in time it goes, the harder it is for me to track. But now I wrote it down. So
We got it.
should I put him in wingtips? I don't think he wears wingtips.
We won't have another tank this level. So.
I usually log in as
Turn on my
Snarky,
head.
but sometimes,
Turn on my
like
head.
now, when I am in my home phone, I log in with my name.
Why did people turn on my head?
Aw, it's been a while. Yeah, it's been a while. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. What should I do here on Trump? I need to. He's going to be wearing a dark suit. So. All right, let me just give him a little. Just a little bit here, a little bit here. I don't want it to go overboard.
His mic
Shadow.
always get kicked.
Is it the computer?
Like he's been kicked from every game we played so far.
Poor Micah. It's 7:31. What time do you want to play Age of Empires?
Huh?
What time did you want to play Age?
Ask Edwin.
I'm working. I am working here. Where's my phone? I could ask. All right. Maybe we'll do this for another half an hour. I'll just text Edwin and see what time. Edwin Boyett.
Get to the chopper. Get to the chopper.
Edwin's on another stream right now. Is
I
he?
can't see anything.
What
but
stream
I have
is he
a
on
chainsaw,
right
and that's
now?
all that matters.
What stream is Edwin streaming on?
Get in the safe house. Get in the safe house.
Get to the chopper. Get to the
Oh
chopper.
my gosh. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, Edwin and I.
Oh, dang it.
Edwin and I have been ending the EFAPs from another channel who keeps trying to EFAP our content because that's what qualifies as content for some people. So every time we see that they're on EFAPing it, we just strike them. We don't strike them. We set our videos to private. So funny. We've done it 3 times now. Man, that is a dry cough. If they try to EFAP, talk about the. I thought this channel was drama-free, chat people. Edwin's on another stream. Trump serving cheeseburgers to the Clemson Tigers. Didn't Mike originally create mansplaining? Yes, I'm sorry. I apologize. I also invented manspreading. I apologize for that as well. But, you gotta have room. I say you gotta have room.
Team Pro.
You gotta spread them legs and make it comfortable. 'Cause your eggs gotta breathe. I don't think he probably wears like tailored pants that don't bunch up at the bottom, so. What do you think? Should I make Trump the everyman who has baggy pants, or no? He's the president. He's the president. What am I thinking of?
Oh, they were how far are they? Almost 25%.
Just drop it down like that.
The jockeys are the worst for this.
Which means I have to fix these two. Give Trump one of those Limbaugh ties he used to sell. Limbaugh tie? I don't know what that is. I mean, I know what a tie is and I know who Limbaugh is. I just... EVS hid his subscriber count. That's not a good sign.
Gosh dang it.
It's easy to find. You just go to Social Blade. That does make me instantly curious. Somebody go to Social Blade. No, you know what? Let's not do that on this channel. Actually, yeah, let's not do it at all. Right, a little bit better here.
Yeah.
And we'll just try to minimize these little divots just to make it look like a nice, cleaner pant line. He's on the not Mike S. Miller stream. What is he? Is Edwin? All right, now I gotta look. You guys. On his own channel? Edwin Boyett. Oh, it's because I'm back on Edwin Boyett. What are you talking about? Not Mike S. Miller. Not Mike. You're no Stan Lee. Mike Miller versus Ethan Van Sciver. That's 4 months ago. From Adam Post. Whatever. I don't see it. Edwin is on the Common Man cast. Ugh. Stop making. I don't care. I don't want to keep looking up stuff. The Common Man. Hello, I'm the Common Man. Welcome to.
How do they have such good aim?
They are better than you. It's a good move to avoid that stuff on this channel. Yeah, I'm trying to reach out to people who don't care about stupid internet drama. They just care about cool comic books and cool drawings and me being cool, drawing cool comic books with my cool drawings.
He's also deaf.
That's all that matters for this channel. Right? That's all that should matter. Although apparently I got one downvote because someone does not agree with me.
Anything you find walls.
All right, let's see if I can keep Kim Guilfoyle's the basics of who she is. Not gaming tonight. We're gonna game in about 20 minutes on the other channel. On Blacklist Universe. Blacklist Universe Gaming Live. Oh, you know what? No, I don't want to do that on my other channel. I was gonna say I could do that on my nah. I could do it on one of my kids' channels, kind of build up their audience. But maybe it doesn't so much make a difference what channel I do it on.
They already won this.
Not looking enough like Kimberly Guilfoyle. Of course, now the name Guilfoyle just reminds me of what's that show?
You did it last round, so you can do it again.
Where did I grow up? Silicon Valley.
Yeah,
Right, that's right. Silicon Valley.
Or it's 400 plus.
I wonder if they actually filmed Silicon Valley in Silicon Valley. I don't think I've ever noticed. You talking about, Victor? Oh, Jazza challenges. Is this the Bombshells cover? This is the Bombshells cover. That is correct. Jazza's got a bit of a head start on me. So I don't think I'm gonna get to however many subs he has. He does not have 2 billion subs. He's got like 4 million or something like that. I don't think that's probably in the cards for me. Just doodling on this channel.
No. We're all working
Doodling live
together.
streams. I do need to do some
Exactly what we should have been doing.
some produced stuff though.
Oh, who's behind? Someone's fighting a charger over there by
No.
themselves.
This is
Why
sort
is
of
he
a
not so
marketing
far
tool. It's
ahead?
not. It's my dream is not to be a big YouTube star. You know,
Oh, he's
my
starting
dream
to
is to
bump
build
here.
a comic book company, a comic book universe. And if people want to be part of the YouTube community that watches that happen over the next 5, 10, 15 years, whatever it
Keep
is,
slamming.
then I mean, you're all welcome. And you know, I hope you all want to be a part of it. Can you
Jockey,
imagine
jockey,
having
jockey.
like been?
Hunter.
Imagine if like the Marvel bullpen back in 1964 was on a live reality show, and you like watched, you know, Stanley come into the office with like, I just had an idea for a guy who walks on walls. I need an artist. Steve, hey Steve. What do you think about a Spider-Man character walks on walls? I need you to create
I saw it falling.
a good look for this character here. And you know, imagine being part of that. That's hopefully in, you know, like I said, 10, 15 years, that's what people will think that watching me work on Lone Star or Godsword or Atomic Family or Imaginaries or Primo or any of, you know, Devil Dog, Dr. Moreau. Actually, I haven't even talked about that one. All the kinds of stuff. All the single ladies. You know, that would be cool, right? It's like, wow, I was there. I was there from the beginning. I watched it all happen. If you grew up in Japan, you would be a millionaire manga artist. I'd probably be dead. I could have gone to work for my uncle in the Yakuza.
I'm in a bit of trouble.
Mike, we need someone in the Yakuza with your skills.
It hurts.
Yes, uncle. Hi,
Everything
Katsuhiro-san.
hurts. Come on back in the room. I don't think I was able to.
Victor. Mike isn't going to drop everything he already has going on to devote an amount of time for that. For what? Yeah, it's not my thing. I'm not gonna take time out of creating my universe to create a billion sub YouTube channel, because then that's what I'd be stuck doing, right? That's not what I want to do with my life. I don't want to be a YouTube star. Dude, it's not my purpose in life. My vision is, well, this isn't my vision necessarily, but this is a step in my vision. So, I think I had a good idea for a book called New Adventures of the Old Gods. Huh. Interesting. Kim G looking good. Yeah. Looks like her, right? Pretty good. All right, this one's going to be tough because
Don't leave me.
I don't think the trace of her looks like her. So No, this is going to be a little tricky.
Let's move. Let's move.
What you doing, Micronaut? Just waiting?
He's waiting for a space to open up so he can get back in.
Yeah.
And you keep moving. Oh, that's a smoker.
Been so far away. And I want to make sure they're
Go. Safe from right there. Safe from right there.
not just that they resemble the girls, but that they're pretty. Even prettier than they are in real life. You know, this is a comic book, so
Yeah.
there should be a fantasy element to this, wherein even if it looks like the person, it should look like an idealized version of the person.
Get in the safe room. Yeah. Woo.
And I ran. Always wanted to ask
They're probably
what your
gonna win
plan
the
was to
tiebreaker.
create and market Blacklist before you jumped on the crowdfund and YouTube bandwagon. How would you have done it without? Actually, crowdfunding was always part of my plan. I have a whole white paper on how I intended on launching this company. And because of my friend Dennis, who I've had on the show, Dennis Kako, he's a guy that created the Undress and has made millions of dollars on Kickstarter. I had a meeting with him, and he told me about it and told all stuff. So crowdfunding had always been a launching portion of my business plan, at least for the last 4 years. I think I wrote my white paper about 4 years ago.
People always hide in there.
The
guys are probably
what did I have her
so
hair
many
look
times.
like in the other picture? And oh, it's shorter, isn't it? All right, let me fix this. And so, yeah, that's part of it.
Gosh, they see
And then moving into, sort of standard publishing. I always wanted to use crowdfunding as sort of, source funding to produce, and then ultimately publish through bookstores and Amazon and direct sales and whatnot. So I'm gonna kind of try to stick to most of that business plan that I had before, the white paper. However, I'll probably not ignore, but try to find some other avenue of getting them into actual comic book stores, wherein it's not intended for profit, but that the comic book store sales, the monthly pamphlet sales, would be more intended as monthly advertising for the greater product line. So where on the lines of Shonen Jump,
depending on what type it is,
right? How Shonen Jump, they sell those great big phone book sized things for like $5. So they're not making money off those, or they may be making money off them, I don't know, but they're not. That's not their bread and butter. Their bread and butter is like the trades, right? You get these kids, or you get not just kids in Japan, it's everybody. You get all these people interested in the comics through the periodicals, and then they end up buying, 60 freaking trades. You know how many trades there are of any given manga, right? You go to a Japanese bookstore, and the manga, huge market for those books. But it's because they have been so well popularized by this essentially throwaway medium of these phone book size anthologies. And that's more along the lines of the business model I would want to enter, as far as doing the cheap newsprint comic books, like the way Alterna is doing cheap throwaway, versions of those books. If I'm going to enter into, yeah, that's basically it. And honestly, I think I can still. I had an account at Diamond. I don't know if it's still valid because I haven't used it. But I had an account for my books. I might hit them up someday and see if they're still interested. Otherwise, I don't know. That's further down the road than I need to get. Right now, I need to have the funding to produce the content.
I want to see a replay of that.
Because the content isn't cheap to produce, especially at professional levels. Right? I don't want to go hire everybody from Brazil
mid-air,
constantly to try to.
And then he shot me.
Produce my comic books. I want to do real quality content. For a long-term business plan. I didn't stumble into this. I might have stumbled into the becoming a YouTube dude, however you want to phrase it.
Can you stop?
But I didn't stumble into the idea of launching a comic book company. Before Ethan, before Zach, before I knew who Zach was, before I heard of Alt Hero.
Can we get 2 tanks?
Or any of that, I had already written this white paper. I already had a plan in place.
Yeah.
Dumbest name says, I think that's the best way, inexpensive and easily accessible. Yeah. And honestly, sometimes I wonder if all this YouTube stuff, I mean, it's great for what it is. If it's distracting me from my greater goal. I mean, there was a time I was just looking for, like what Mitch did, Brightweiser. I was looking for people to invest long term in producing, a new universe of comics. And what Mitch did. Here's the funny thing is, I kind of think Mitch stumbled into it. Right? Mitch. It seems like, doing a universe wasn't really. I don't know. Just seems to me. I could be completely off base. It just seems to me like it wasn't something he was already planning, but that it was just something that, he struck while the iron was hot, so to speak. Same thing with other people in this new
Marcus coach
market, right? Where they're just like, oh gosh, there's an opportunity here. Let me create something for this opportunity. And then take advantage of the fact that there's all these people who are willing to invest in comic books right now. I was already, by the time this happened, I had 20 pages of Lone Star done before I even started talking to Ethan. Before any of this happened, I was already working on this universe. And then this all falling into my lap, becoming a part of
we got them.
The community of investors and collectors and whatnot. it really has kind of shifted
Yeah,
my
but maybe that little
my-
difference will let us actually make the gap.
my course, I guess. Yeah, I'm still talking. Please know what, Victor?
Hey, we've done small stuff. We just have to stay together.
Oh, 5 minutes. Look where that got Mitch. I'm still waiting for my chicken book. You're gonna go rival name the vid master Japanese comics artist producing page. What? Rhaegar, you said beginning aggressive just makes it worse. Being aggressive just makes it worse. We're gonna fraud these guys. So what are you talking about? Are you guys having your own conversation or something? Okay, wait, come on. Okay, Andy says, you said that you saw crowdfunding as the kindling for the fire. What do you think will be the big log? A subscription service of some kind? Oh my gosh, that is something that was in my plan, dude. Have you read my white paper? I didn't make my white paper public, did I? I don't think I have. I know I did like I had a PDF sort of a document that I did show at one point. I don't think I ever posted my actual white paper. But yeah, getting back to a subscription service. Oh my goodness, that would be epic. Epic. And what else? What is it? What? I feel like I want to stop drawing here. The log on the fire is every market, right? Bookstore, like I said, bookstores, Amazon. Amazon is the largest retail market on planet Earth. And as long as you can direct people towards Amazon and they can fulfill stuff for you without you ever having to lift a finger. I mean, that's the way the Meg works, right? It's like you want to go buy a copy of Meg? Go ahead. You go order it. Amazon fulfills it. They send me money. That is ideal. Granted, they take a good chunk of it, but I don't have the infrastructure to set up.
Keep moving.
Nor do I want to bother with the infrastructure to set up a fulfillment center of my own, right? But if I have Amazon there fulfilling, trade paperbacks, other orders, whatnot, then yeah, that could be a huge boon to a company. No, just thinking along the same lines. It's something I was talking with Matt Costin about. Yeah, I mean, these are all different ideas that have worked in the past, and the trick is it's not the past anymore. So what has worked might still work, but it's not a for sure
you're in another
deal. I think a subscription service
I thought you were the
is totally worth. Do you have to keep getting louder?
Yes. Did you message
A subscription service could totally float a company if you had enough people saying, okay, I want all your books every month, and then you just sent them one chunk of stuff every month at a discounted rate, mind you, like Marvel used to do. Remember Marvel subscription services? If they want a bunch of stuff, or even if they just want, say I have 20 titles in 5 years or 10 years, and they want 5 titles. Well, do a 5 title mix and match subscription service. It could be really lucrative. It could really, it could pay for everything. I mean, depending on how many people you have, obviously. But I think it's a fantastic idea.
Where's Adam? Why is he down?
Ethan's plan is to release one book a year in a $25 prestige format. He seems to think that's the future of comics. He's not very imaginative. And I don't want to go digging into it. But just keep in mind, look at everything he does. Everything he does is just him copying somebody else.
It's over here.
So I've put a lot more thought into the long-term goals of my company than I
Mr.
think
Pink,
he's
shoot him,
ever.
shoot him, Mr. Pink.
And then I think forget it. Oh, it's 8:00. Mike, I think you should do videos about comic art that you admire. Huh, that could be fun. That could be fun. I could do a piece right now. I have an original page right here.
Ready.
Of Avengers Forever, issue 6, page 11, by Carlos Pacheco and Jesus Marino.
Oh, I'm dead. I don't know. I don't think so.
Look at this. Just look at this. Just one panel. We'll just do one panel because I gotta go. We gotta go play some video games. But this just one panel. It is foreground, background. Characters who are doing most of the talking probably in the background. I don't have the script here. But it's just, I mean, look at the design of this panel. Just
24 days.
this one image is such a work of art. And it's the pencils, it is the inks. Jesus Marino and Carlos Pacheco are the world's greatest comic book team. Right? The composition on this just one panel alone. And then you look at the whole page and the composition. Look at extreme foreground, extreme background. I love that. He's always... I didn't want to get into the whole thing. We're just Where is Carlos now? I don't know, but that's my dream of one day being able to hire Carlos and Jesus from whatever they're doing and draw my books for me for $1,000 a page if I could ever. $50 confirmed. Hell no, Andrew. This is like, honestly, I think this is the only page of original art I've ever paid for, and it was only $60.
Micah.
Because this was way back. This is like when Avengers Forever came out. That's when I bought this. Man, I should have bought more of his stuff. I do have another Carlos Pacheco page in here. However, it's not quite as cool because the inker was terrible. Let me see if I can find it.
What?
Is that it? No, that's not it. Is that it? No, that's not it. I know it's in here. I know it's in this stack. I just don't want to dig through it. The inker is terrible because the inker was me. Mike, make a video going through that page and upload it. I will share it everywhere. I might do that. That's not a bad idea. I'll call it Drooling Over Pacheco and Marino. Look at this panel. Look at the flow of this panel. It's kind of an axiom that you don't cut off hands or feet, but look how this just flows. Oh my gosh, it's such an amazing...
Stop aiming at me.
God, darn it. I aspire to be this good someday. It just kills me. It's so freaking good. Man.
Yeah,
man alive. Anyways, all right. Anyways, I will wrap this up now. Sorry for hitting the camera. We're going to go ahead and... looks like Donald DeLay did that. I don't want to critique, but...
yeah, how did you know it was there?
That's... never mind. Artists that do fan art criticism always get bigger viewer numbers. I'm trying doing one of those shows and see how it goes. I think he's looking for he's right. All right, guys. I'm gonna back out, and if you guys want to jump on over, hey, Junkyard Dode, what's up? I didn't realize that was you saying that. You know what, guys, want to jump on over and watch us play some Age of Empires on the other channel? Then you know how to do. You know how to do. I'll see you guys there. Peace.